70% of my work relates to construction and infrastructure matters. But there's one instance where I had to deal with a defamation matter. This arises from a defamation suit taken out by a company against a publisher who has published a somewhat unflattering article on the business of the company. So the parties were at dispute over the version of the facts, but eventually it was settled when the magazine offered to publish an article on something which was uncontroversially positive about the company, and that sealed the settlement. Now I think this is results that could only be obtained through mediation. Well, there was this case where a contractor and the owner had a dispute over some aborted work, and the dispute was one which had already been filed for arbitration, but the owner was already in financial difficulties, and it was quite clear at that time that even if the contractor were to succeed in arbitration, most probably he would not get paid. So eventually, after 2 long days of mediation, the parties agreed that the contractor will be paid a certain sum of the amount that he was owed through a series of installments. And the owner agreed that when his financing was rearranged, when the loan was refinanced, the contractor will be reappointed to complete the work. Again, this is quite a result that would not be achieved unless both parties had applied themselves very creatively to forge a mutually satisfactory solution. I think 2 things drive a mediator. The first is that he'll be, there's this very exciting prospect of devising creative solutions to a situation which appeared very intractable at the beginning. And the second thing is, at the end of the day, one gets very satisfied that we have a result which allows both parties to move on with their business. I think there are two very important expectations. The first is that in international mediation, very often issues have to be seen through different cultural lenses, and the mediator has to be very keenly aware of that. And secondly, in order to make sure that the momentum to settle and to mediate is not lost, the mediator has to make himself available. And I think these are 2 very important aspects in formulating a mediation program. I practice a variety of mediation styles depending on the circumstances, depending on the parties, and depending on how complex the case is. And for this reason, it's very important that at the beginning I make it a special effort to get to know the parties, to understand what is the objective that they intend to achieve out of the mediation. And then during the course of mediation, I invite each party to just review the kind of solution they like to have from the vantage of the other side.